Alrighty, and welcome once again to Vintage Machine Works in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. This is Mike. We're going to be pouring a Model A rear main cap bearing for this engine that I'm working on right now. And what I'm doing right now is I've got the mold on the main cap, and I'm heating this thing up. It does have lugs on the inside of the bearing that will retain the babbitt, so these do not necessarily have to be tinned. But what we're doing is we're just getting some heat into this bearing right into the cap right now and into the mold. And all that heat is going to do is it's going to let that bearing just flow, the bearing material flow all around where I need it to flow at. Sometimes I wind up with small voids because there's not enough heat in there, but as long as it gets into the lugs, that's the main consideration, and we still have some stock to take out of the bearing. You'll see that there's a little bit that is leaking out on the sides. And at that point right there, it is full. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let this thing cool down for just a minute. Once it's cool, we'll pop the mold out. Still has to have just a little bit more heat sapped out of it before I'm able to take this mold completely apart. Because as I've stated before, this stuff is cooling down. It has a point where it is still very soft and will crumble away very easily. And I'm still at that point right now. see right there, that bearing is completely poured. We're going to still have the new groove that is going to be controlling the oil. And our flange has been built up right here. Back here at the back end. This piece of slag right here will just bust right off of there. And there we go. So once this thing cools down, I'll go in and I'll clean up the partings on the edges of the bearing. Bolt this onto the block with the shims in between the block and the cap. And get it set up in the line board machine and get it bored out. Anyway, from Vintage Engine Machine Works, this is Mike. You have a very nice day. Bye-bye.